All right, my friends. So I am not even going to try to clean up this mess. My half-hung green screen over there that I pull over on the side. We're at that point right now. I'm just going to give you a quick video right now. And I figured it was the easiest way to explain what I'm going to do than typing. My poor fingers are tired. So this is what's going to happen. The next project I'm going to have you work on, I'm going to give you a choice. I vacillated back and forth a couple times on this, but I think my final decision is I'm going to give you three options. First option is you're going to do a music video. And so you can choose to do a music video. This is not the musical scene. Remember, the musical scene required you to do blocking, choreography, have music and lip syncing and all of that. That is not what this is. So this is going to be different. This is a music video. It's more about visual art, visual representation of art, matching and complementing music. And so the way they work together. So that's your first option. Your second option is going to be a PSA. The focus of this one is going to be manipulation through media and information. And so I've got a playlist that I'm going to send to you. You can watch through those and go, oh, I want to deliver a message, but not just informationally. This is not documentary. This is public service announcement. Don't do drugs. There was one that I always think of with don't do drugs, and it had a frying pan when I was back in the 80s. And they had a frying pan, and then it was sizzling, and then they said, this is drugs. And they held up an egg and said, this is your brain. And then they cracked the egg and it sizzled and they said, this is your brain on drugs, any question? That was the whole PSA. It was a scare tactic video. And there's a whole series that they did that the cigarette companies were forced to pay for called Truth. And it was because the cigarette companies have been lying to people so long about they knew cigarettes were harmful, but they were telling everyone they weren't. And so when they got caught, the courts made them pay millions of dollars to educate people. And so there's this whole series called Truth, the sunny side of truth, that talk about the dangers of smoking. But there's lots of PSAs, reading PSAs, hand wash. You see a lot of them now having to do with COVID. And one of the websites I'm sending you to is the CDC and their PSA series on the COVID-19 protections. So there's all kinds of different things, but remember that the point of the PSA is how do we manipulate through information? And you can kind of use scare tactics. You can use straightforward shock tactics. You can try to persuade, but it's a linking of kind of emotions and information at the same time in order to manipulate people into getting your attention. All right. Final option. This is a superhero movie. Those of you who are interested with working with special effects solely, it's going to be more challenging because I am not going to be able to sit down with you and give you the same level of tutorials. So for this one, if you want to tackle the superhero movie, this one is focusing on hero-villain camera angles. We're talking low angles, high angles, and special effects. And there's lots of different apps out there. There's lots of different things. This one will require you, if you choose it, to probably use a personal iPad, personal computer, because the best, you can do them on your phone, actually, but the best kind of special effects are not open to us in the district because of the back end of some of those. So that's why I'm not requiring this one, but it is a special effects heavy sort of thing. So the three focuses for that are going to be Foley, making sure you have good Foley, understanding high-low camera angles and how do you manipulate camera angles to make people seem heroes or seem villains. And then your kind of final one is, did I say special effects? Foley, angles, and special effects. Those are your three things. Okay, so those are your three options that you get to choose from. I'm going to post 3 separate assignments with details. It's the best way for me to do that on Classroom. Pick one. You only have to do one of them, but you do need to pick one. I did not get all of your videos that I was expecting for your the film festival that you were supposed to produce one. Remember that you were supposed to produce a film festival film. You didn't have to submit it, but you did need to produce a film festival film. That is a grade. It's going to hurt your grade book. when it hits the grade book in a minute. All right. So I hope you guys did that. Once again, if you do that for me this week, by next Wednesday is my kind of drop dead date on this one. If you do that, I'm not going to dock you for being late, but I need to have it done. All right. And you have all those options that I talked about in that last assignment. Go check it out. Okay. Next week, Tuesday, I probably should have led in with this, but next week on Tuesday, I really want to screen all of your films that you guys made. So on Tuesday of next week, I want to meet with you at 11 o'clock for a Google Meet as an entire class. And I'm going to also include the advanced video productions in that because they want to see what you guys did, and they also produced a couple of films. So that's going to be exciting. I want you to do that. 11 o'clock next Tuesday, we're going to have a Google Meet, and we will screen your films. Now, how we're going to do that is I have them in a Google Doc. We'll watch a film on your own device, and we'll pop back into the Google meeting, and we'll talk about it. So I think that's the best way we're going to be able to do that. If I tried to stream them to you, video and audio don't and get really bad. So it does work as well as we thought. Okay? That's what we're not going to do. So screening next week, pick your 3 choices. Think about it this weekend. All right, my friends, that's it. Happy Thursday to you. We're coming down to the wire. 3 weeks left. This is going to be your last film you're going to make. So we're going to screen. You're going to make one more film, and then we're going to watch one more movie at the end of the year. Okay, my friends. I wish I could see you. I hate talking to myself. I hate talking to a camera, but I wish I could see you more often. Tuesday, though. Everyone's faces. Mics open. Bedlam will ensue, and I'm excited to see it. We'll talk to you next week, my friends. Take it easy.